Honeybees are probably the most popular insect in the United States, but the reason behind that is purely economic. Now, before you get defensive, think about why you like them. They make honey, they pollinate nearly 1/3 of the food we eat, and they're cute. But those first two reasons are economic. Honey and food are agricultural products we like and benefit from. But why do people think they're cute? Most people would never say that a wasp is cute, and yet they share the same basic body shape and features. We think that honeybees are cute because we have been taught to think that by many economically driven campaigns urging people to care about them. We've all seen the Save the Bees signs and organizations, but they're almost always focused on honeybees and not the hundreds of native species of bees that live in the United States. That's right, honeybees are not native to North America. They originated in Southeast Asia and were first domesticated in Egypt before being spread up north and across the world. There are no wild honeybees in the United States. They're all domesticated breed, either farmed by humans or escaped to form feral hives. If we didn't value them economically, they would be considered an invasive species. All criticisms of our modern views on them aside, honeybees are amazing animals. They form the largest hives of any bee species with up to 60,000 individuals. Queens can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day during the active seasons of spring through early fall. Though honey is mostly composed of nectar, it is also full of pollen, which provides most of the nutrients in a bee's diet, such as much-needed proteins. Different flowering plants produce pollen with different nutrient levels, so it's super important that workers have access to many species of plants in order to get the proper nutrition. Thankfully, honeybees can forage up to 4 miles from the hive to reach a large enough variety of food, but going long distance in search of food has its downsides. Sometimes honeybees can be found sitting on the ground or on plants acting very lethargic. This happens when a bee gets too cold or too hungry to fly. If you're gentle and calm and have some patience, it's not too hard to pick up a lethargic bee and move it to the nearest nectar source or get it some regular store-bought honey to eat. Even sugar water can have enough energy to get a bee airborne again. Honeybees do have stingers. You may have heard that bees will die after stinging someone, but that's only true for honeybees. Unlike other bees, their stingers are barbed like fish hooks, so when they pull away, the venom gland and the end of the abdomen come with it and continue pumping venom into the wound. This makes honeybee stings particularly painful. Thankfully, the domestic breed is not super aggressive unless defending the nest. I love honeybees. They're both fascinating creatures and incredibly important to our economy, but I always try to keep in mind that they don't truly belong here, like all our lovely native bees, which will be featured in the next installment of Backyard Critters. Thanks for watching, and never stop exploring. Hey y'all! As you can see, I've changed the name of the channel to Green Bee Video. I felt the other name was not very unique and didn't really accurately represent the channel, but thank you all for your patience and support as I develop this channel.